What up? So today I'm going to talk about the power of being able to say no. And this video was prompted very spontaneously. Um, this is something that I've been working on in my life, and it's one of those things that's tough to do. It's tough to tell people no. It's tough to take a stand for your time and learning to actually value your time. Um, and this is something I've struggled with kind of throughout my college years. Um, I worked a job at a golf course, and you know, in my mind, I thought I was being a hard worker. I thought that by saying yes to every demand, or not demand, by saying yes to every single question, uh, by being a yes man, you know, can you come in on this date? Can you fill this spot? Someone called off. Can you come in? And I was always the person to do it. I thought that that was what was going to get me noticed. I thought that that was what was going to set me ahead by saying yes. And it sucked. It does suck when you say yes and it's something you really don't want to do, or you really should be doing your homework, or you should be doing something else. But for some reason, I always felt like I had to say yes. Um, and you know, the way that I'm working around this is basically learning that my time is valuable. And I'm not trying to sound, well, actually, I don't really care how I sound. Um, but I'm learning that my time is valuable. And by always saying yes and, you know, giving in to doing something that you don't want to do, you're devaluing your time of what you actually want to do. So, and actually, I'll be honest, the reason why I made this video is because like 10 minutes ago, this just happened. I got a text from work, um, and the question was, "Hey, someone called off in the morning. Would you be able to open?" And right now, I'm currently on the job search, and my main focus is applying for jobs, filling my time up with, actually developing myself, and filling my time up with putting out applications and, um, you know, having time to myself. I really value that. And so a part of me really just wanted to, when I got that question, a part of me just really wanted to give in and say, okay, fine, I'll come in, when I didn't really want to, or I didn't even think it'd be a good idea. Um, and another part of me felt like I needed to lie because I feared the judgment of what they would say, of what the person would think, or what people at my work would think if I said no. Um, and yeah, it gets pretty bad when you overthink like that. It could be a bad cycle. So so yeah, it can be a pretty bad cycle when you start to overthink and start thinking of every single possibility of what others might think if you say no. And when you actually do take a stand for your time, when you actually do say no, and what that might mean for what their view of you was, you know. And typically, what you overthink and the thoughts that you think that's going to happen when you do end up saying no is not what actually ends up happening. So, like, funnily, I actually started getting in my head like, oh, they're gonna think like I'm not committed or I don't really care about the job or thoughts like that. And it was like it's a fear, I guess. It's a saying no is a fear. And so when you actually do face your fear, you'll learn that the outcome is probably not as bad as you thought it was going to be. The response that I ended up getting was, "Oh, cool. Good luck on your job search." So it's good to get that feeling of, okay, I ended up saying no. I ended up taking a stand for my time. I ended up finally valuing my time and being honest. I didn't have to lie. I just simply said, "Sorry, I'm actually on the job search and I'm trying to fill up this time to search for jobs." And um, yeah, and it feels good because I faced my fear. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to share this because it's something I'm still going to be working on myself. It's something I'm going to be working on constantly moving forward is learning to value my time and learning to say no if I have to. Um, and that doesn't even necessarily just mean no to coming into work. It could be no to hanging out with your friends even sometimes. Like you don't always have to please your friends. It's, a lot of people should probably focus more on themselves and it's okay to be selfish, you know. Selfish is not always a bad thing. So yeah, being selfish is or what might be considered selfish. I don't personally think it's selfish to say no, to value your time, to say no to your friends. Sometimes you have to say no to your family. Sometimes you have to say no to your work. And by lying or coming up with a reason that's not actually true to yourself on why you can't do something or meet a certain obligation or go to a certain family event, you know, when you come up with a lie to please the people that were expecting you to go to that obligation, then it's just not good for you. I think the better way to go about it is to be honest. And if you don't feel like going to something, then just say, "I'm sorry, I don't feel like it." Or, there could be better ways to go about it too, maybe not just saying, "I don't feel like it," you know. But if there's an actual valid reason why you think it'd be better for you not to go to this event or go to work or hang out with your friends or go to a family event or something, whatever it is, if you think that there's a better reason for you to spend your time differently, then at least tell the person the honest reason, you know, well, I can't make it to this event because I want to focus on this, or I'm going to be spending my time doing this, and I think that's going to be better for me. And most of the time, the person who had the expectation of you coming to the event or the person who sent the invite, they're going to be fine with it. But it's going to be worse if you lie about it, you know. Lies just end up catching up to you. So, yeah, this was a spontaneous video, you know. I just wanted to get this out because it actually helps me too. because it's something I try to focus on and try to work on myself, and hopefully it can help out someone else who struggles saying no. Um, yeah, my name is Michael Maloney, and I'm going to be making helpful videos or try to be making helpful videos from my personal experience. And yeah, I'm going to try to be making one, once or twice a week. I'll just kind of see what happens. So if you were watching, thank you very much.